Even with all of the talk of a peace deal being imminent, another military clash between the U.S. and Iran. CENTCOM says U.S. forces shot down a wave of Iranian drones targeting vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. Max Gorden is in Dubai. He joins us live. Max.
Even with this deal potentially close at hand, Iran and the United States continue to wrestle over control of the Strait of Hormuz. According to U.S. Central Command, last night Iran sent off several one-way attack drones trying to strike commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. forces shot them all down, with CENTCOM stating that the international trade corridor remains open for transit. That is, except for ships trying to go to or from Iranian ports. American forces have redirected 139 ships and disabled 9 non-compliant vessels as part of an ongoing blockade that's been in place since April 13th. Meanwhile, differing messages from Tehran and Washington as each side tries to play up their end of a potential memorandum of understanding that would end the war and open up a longer negotiation period. Iranian state media released details that would benefit the regime, emphasizing U.S. commitments to lift sanctions, withdraw its forces, and release frozen Iranian funds.
These negotiations, which will lead to the end of the war, proceed in 2 stages. The first stage is a memorandum of understanding, to be signed between Iran and the United States. After that, negotiations for the second stage begin, and in that second stage, we will have a final agreement.
Potentially the trickiest part of the negotiations would be saved for the second stage, which is where the U.S. and Iran would negotiate the issue of nuclear materials. President Trump saying, quote, "At the appropriate time, when all is calm, we will go in and get the nuclear dust." Also a likely sticking point in future negotiations, conflict in southern Lebanon. Israel continues to operate in southern Lebanon, striking Hezbollah positions as the Iranian-backed group continues to fire rockets into northern Israel. Iran has tied the fighting in southern Lebanon to a peace deal, but Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected the idea of pulling out, saying Iran is using Hezbollah to strike Israel. Meanwhile, Iranian state media saying just in the last couple of minutes that even though President Trump says a deal is likely to be signed tomorrow, Iranian negotiators have not agreed to that. Back to you.
All right, Max Gorden reporting live from Dubai. Max, thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.